Kundalini is awakened, you can actually be connected to many like macro and micro dimensions, which is macro dimensions and micro dimensions. Okay, so inside your body, which is micro, and you can go to infinite, okay, inside your body, and outside of your body, which scientists talking about this, that you can connect to outside of your body to different dimensions, to macro, but it's infinite, not 11 dimensions. Okay, the same thing, we got like lots of chakras, and we are connected in the space and time through chakras, which is those vortexes, and the chakras is in the nervous parasympathetic nervous system. Okay, what else I wanted to tell you? I'm not sure, because I saw yesterday some quote about that someone is not gonna be enlightened to figure the light of figures of light, to observe the figures, to imagine the figures of light, and someone will be enlightened to go to the darkness and to do darkness and create light in the darkness. Okay, so this is okay quote, but what I was talking about, this quote, that if someone is enlightened, then someone can see the figures of light. Okay, so if someone can see the figures of light, this is actually creations. Okay, so this process is creation. For example, if someone see the figures of light and they're thinking about something, for example, I am pure divine love, and then the figures of light are coming to the aura, and then create more love in your body. So this quote, for example, it's not true, because when someone is enlightened, then someone can see figures of light. Okay, and when someone is enlightened, then see the figures of light are everything which is thought, other dimensional being, light being. This is also figures of light, because they have shape of light, and they have shape of Merkaba, like light being, they have shape of Merkaba, so they have geometric form also, which is light forms. Okay, so the light beings are geometric forms, which is figures of light. Okay, and everything in the world is figures of light. Okay, everything, and you are also figures of light, because in you have geometry, and geometry is shape of all kinds of different forms, geometric forms of light. Okay, and so you are contained from geometric forms of light. Okay, and each different forms had different quality to you, which is like can be positive and can be negative. So, and everything is geometric form, everything is just light. Okay, so if this quote is like, for example, someone says that to be someone not become enlightened, imagine the figures of light. So this one sentence is not true, because someone is already enlightened when they see those lights, these figures of light, because they can see other dimensions and they are already enlightened. So this quote in the beginning, it's not true. But for example, if someone will say someone become enlightened to make the light in the darkness, this quote will be true. Okay, so it's partial true. This quote is partial true. Okay, in the part it's like partially true, but the whole quote is not true. Okay, so I don't know if you understand, and doesn't matter if I don't speak very well English, or doesn't matter if I don't communicate with you proper English, but I totally get it if someone write the quotes. And I tell you something about quotes right now. There is a lot of quotes which is like not enlightened quote, okay? So for example, there is a lot of quotes, for example, which actually I'm always like, if I have time, I'm always saying to people, it's not true, okay? Because sometimes I have time to say it, sometimes I just don't care, because I don't care. But sometimes I care and I say it, okay? So for example, life is short, so you have to do this and this and this. You see? First sentence is not correct, because life is short, and then you create short life for yourself, okay? So life is short, so you have to enjoy it. Or for example, the quotes are two parts of quotes, and usually quotes, enlightened quotes, is when the quote is positive both parts, okay? So for example, doesn't matter if I know English or not, I can see that, okay? And doesn't matter if I know English or not, I can see if someone writes positively, even if they write nicely in English, but the sentence is not conscious, okay? And I can see quickly, right? I don't write for example, I don't write sentence correctly in English, but my sentences are positive, and this is what I follow, positivity, okay? So it doesn't matter if it's correct in English, okay? For me, for example, the important is how it's written. If it's positive, the whole quote is positive, this is enlightened quote. But if someone says, let's see, I don't know right now, but you know what I'm talking about right now. So the both sentence in the quotes has to be positive, not like, life is short and you have to enjoy it because life is short, you know what I mean? Or so you say, quote, life is long and I enjoy my life, you know what I mean? It's totally different. It's positive, and it's programming people for positivity, okay? Hold on one second, I have to drink something. I'm not gonna blow my nose. I didn't talk yet. Lava tutti, lava tutti, lava. So okay, so doesn't matter if I know English or not, I can see very quickly who is conscious and who is not conscious, because I can see quickly how they write. For example, conscious writing is always about positivity, and there is no words which are negative and programming people for negativity, okay? There is no words at all. So this is conscious writing, okay? So for example, if you write something, okay, even in Polish, I will be talking to people in Polish, and they tell me, for example, oh, you don't know how to write. Okay, I don't know how to write in your if someone create this negative language in your books or in your dictionaries or in your books of proper Polish or books proper English, those people, whoever did this, they didn't actually, some of them, they are not conscious, and they create not conscious language so they can program you for not consciousness, okay, for some programming which is not good for you. For example, Polish, lots of Polish language, lots of words are not positive, you know what I mean? For example, in English also I can see a lot of sentences, don't you blah blah blah, don't you blah blah blah, this is negative, okay? And I don't have to need to know English to know that already this sentence is negative, okay? So So it's very important how we write, how we think, how we speak, okay? Because each thought, each writing, everything, whatever you write, it's actually creation. So I see, for example, conscious, conscious people, in the apostrophe, conscious people, they write something spiritual, but I can see they are like not conscious in their writing. So that I very quickly know who is right, who is enlightened, who is not enlightened, okay? So even if I don't speak and write English properly, I can say properly in positive and conscious language, okay? I can say something to you, even I can write something to you, okay? And I'm doing this for purpose, okay? I'm doing this for purpose. So even if you read my writings, that you are programmed for positivity, not negativity, okay? So look at this. When you see the quote, the both sentence in the quotes has to be positive. So this is conscious quote, okay? And when you write something, use only positive, not like, oh, for example, I'm reading some poems. Somebody wrote the poems, and I read, and beautiful poems, and the end of the poems is like, and she died from the love, for example. You know what I mean? It's like so negative on the end, So I'm like kind of like, oh my God, you know what I mean? She just ruined it by this thing, this writing like negative words on the end. Like whole poems is beautiful, positive, and the end of the poem is like something. She just put one, or he just put one sentence which is like negative, okay? So be conscious, okay? Be conscious how you write, be conscious how you think, be conscious how you speak, because this is consciousness, this is consciousness, this is awareness, this is being in the moment, okay? So there is so much letters in the alphabet. There is so much words, so many words, that we can use all kinds of words to go around, so we can describe something around in positive way, okay? And this is how I write. I write sometimes around, and people are like, how does she's writing like so strange, blah blah blah. But I'm actually writing around, so I can use only positive words, okay? And this is very important, and this is that. Bite this, okay? How you do it, okay? How you gonna do it? How you gonna write it, okay? And by the way, I am a writer, okay? My date of birth, whatever my energy is, and I'm a writer. So I can create new writing for people, okay? And you can actually create your own writing. Doesn't have to be proper, because proper doesn't mean it's right, okay? So always question if it's correct or is it right, and why is right, and who said is right, okay? And that's my morning suggestion for you guys. I'm sending you much love, much positive energy. And I tell you something, yesterday I have this big spider on my window. And probably that was tarantula, because his leg was so big, thick, like this. And I'm like, okay, there is some new possibilities in life. So it was Buick, and I have to stop the car because I'm like, oh my God, so huge. I wonder where she went. I don't know where she went. She maybe is in the car. Who knows? But anyway, hopefully she's outside somewhere. Or he. So, what else do I want to tell you guys? That's it. I love you so much. Lots of beautiful, beautiful love. Lots of positive energy for you. and